Morning SKN, I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortensia Carty.
Thanks for joining us today.
No, go ahead, Jamie.
Oh, that's all I was going to say. Thank you for joining us today.
Indeed, we now continue with the latest in local news. Our first story comes from SKNIS. The Parks and Beaches units, which play an important role in maintaining the beauty and attractiveness of St. Kitts and Nevis for its citizens and residents, as well as visitors to the destination, has successfully transitioned to the Ministry of Environment, said Senator the Honorable Dr. Joel Clark. During Parliament on Tuesday, Wednesday 7th, 2023, Dr. Clark said, and quote, "I should confirm that the Parks and Beaches unit has comfortably transitioned to the Ministry of Environment, having moved from the Ministry of Public Health. Parks and Beaches unit is our ground game, so to speak, as it relates to the very tangible and obvious steps towards transitioning to a sustainable island state," end quote. Senator Dr. Clark also noted that the Parks and Beaches unit has come on board to ensure that the Federation's recycling initiative continues to be strengthened. She said, end quote, "I can gladly report that they have accepted an additional remit to their operations, which is not only cleaning the verges and the guts, but also assisting with our Recycle SKN project in collecting plastic bottles that we often see on the sides of the roads when we travel through the country. And you will also notice an increase in plastic bottles after heavy rain events, which means our guts also need addressing," end quote.
And in other news list from Wind Media SKN. Environment, sustainability, and climate action continue to be a focus point for the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, especially concerning financing for building climate resilience. In an update on critical work within her ministry, Senator and Minister responsible for sustainable development, environment, climate action, and constituency empowerment, the Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, announced that the Federation was closer to securing $40 million for a trans-water project. She said, quote, "St. Kitts and Nevis has received its 5th GCF readiness support, and this is to support our nationally determined contributions, or NDCs. I end by saying we have reached the furthest we have ever reached in terms of GCF grants. We are now much closer to accessing our $40 million grant for our trans-water project. We are uniquely poised to support critical ministries, environment, water, energy, tourism, education, and of course, we continue doing so with the support of the Ministry of Finance," end quote. As mentioned, the funding would be facilitated through the Green Climate Fund, GCF, an element of the Paris Agreement, and the world's largest climate fund that could pilot new financial structures to support green market creation.
We continue now this from SKNIS. A delegation from the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, officially handed over a pair of PCR machines to the technicians at the lab of the Joseph in France General Hospital on Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. The handing over of the machines was overseen by Dr. Sharon Archibald, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Jensen Morton, Director of Health Institutions, and visiting PAHO representative, Dr. Amelia De Reigo, and her team. Dr. Jensen Morton, Director of Health Institutions, said, and quote, "These PCR machines are a valuable addition to the hospital's laboratory, as they will significantly improve the hospital's diagnostic capabilities for various infectious diseases, including COVID-19, end quote. The visiting PAHO delegation also toured the JN France General Hospital and visited the Dr. Arthur Lake Mental Health Day Treatment Center, where they expressed their approval of the quality of care provided to patients and further commented that the facility should serve as a model for the region. The staff was commended by Dr. Amelia Del Riago for their dedication to improving mental health outcomes in St. Kitts and Nevis and pledged continued support for the country's mental health initiative.
Time now for a check of our weather. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 81 and a low of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your forecast as we head to a break. More GMSKN in a flash.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good Morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Time now for the latest in regional news. This from Loop Caribbean. The world of heavy machinery is a male-dominated one, but that did not stop 19-year-old Alicia Duggan from pursuing a career in the field. Growing up in New Amsterdam Burbus, which lacks a vibrant employment sector, Alicia knew that her options were limited. With her father and eldest brother both being heavy machinery operators, however, she was motivated to dive into the field to see if it would be a fit for her. Recently, Alicia graduated from the Heavy Machinery program and is currently employed at Avanash Contracting and Scrap Metal, Inc. Alicia said, quote, "I'm proud of myself for being this successful already," end quote. Being in the industry, however, has come with its fair share of challenges. Alicia recounted, quote, "I've been told I shouldn't be in this field because I'm a woman, along with people telling me that when I end up in an accident, then I'll learn to stay in the kitchen and house," end quote. Acknowledging that so far the disadvantages of being a woman in the field far outweigh the advantages, she's used these experiences to better herself mentally, physically, and professionally. She said, quote, "I'm ready to get challenged with whatever life throws at me," end quote. Despite these challenges, Alicia states that she is very passionate about her work and would just want the opportunity to be treated more fairly. Alicia said, quote, "I honestly love when I crank those keys for every machine. It ignites a flame and joy inside of me. Being an operator and always being in the field, it brings so much happiness and peace within me. Being able to tour my country and travel to other countries as well is also one of my favorite parts of being an operator," end quote. Kudos to her for following her dreams.
Indeed. We continue now on the international scene. This from a Good News Network. A private space tech firm will become the first entity to launch a 3D printed rocket, which is technically the largest 3D printed object as well. Totally reusable, the Terran 1 will launch today from the spaceport at Cape Canaveral at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time and will be streamed live on a YouTube channel. Built by Relativity Space, the company has huge ambitions for lowering the costs and emissions of spacefaring. This real-world test of Terran 1 features a rocket made with only 85% printed material, but future rockets will reach 95% and will include additive manufactured boosters as well. It's a small payload rocket meant to economize small deliveries into space with all the wonderful cost reductions that come with reusability and 3D printing. A liquid oxygen propellant will act as the fuel, which would make it the first rocket ever to leave the atmosphere on natural gas fuels and prove a key part of the company's future mission to Mars, which it hopes to power with methane. Currently, the rocket stands 110 feet tall and can carry 2,756 pounds, that's 1,250 kilograms, into space, while the Terran R, a future project, will be much larger. So kudos to going green and ensuring that it is safer for our atmosphere. There you have it for regional and international news. We have so much in store for you on today's program. Stay tuned.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band, and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Yo, what up, up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, this is Ben's Lad coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up and I love this. This show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Ben's Lad. So big up. See me, I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love.
Today, March 9th, is yearly recognized as World Kidney Day to raise awareness about various kidney diseases that exist and how they can affect one's life. Joining us now are William Chen, Project Manager of the Taiwan Technical Mission, and Navilia Rollins-Wusu, Metabolic Disease Program Coordinator. We engage them in a conversation about healthy kidney health right now. Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so how important is this day for the ministry and for your respective departments?
Okay, so World Health Kidney Day, right? That is celebrated every year on the 9th of March. Every year there's a theme, and so this year the theme is kidney health for all, preparing for the unexpected, and supporting the vulnerable. Kidney disease is plagued by everyone is touched by it across the world in terms of islands and persons, because kidney disease is a secondary disease to hypertension and high blood sugar. And so every year we want to raise awareness to kidney disease, encouraging persons who are diagnosed with these non-communicable diseases to stay on their treatment, really, because this is what can happen. Once you're not drinking enough water, once your lifestyle is not in tune, persons can come down with kidney disease.
It's actually a day we want to raise the awareness of the importance of the kidney, and also we want to raise the awareness of reducing the kidney diseases. Yeah.
So other than coming on Good Morning SKN, what are the other avenues that you have set up to inform the country and other individuals, because I'm sure we are being streamed everywhere, about the importance of kidney disease?
You can go first.
Okay. So the Metabolic Project and Ministry of Health, we do health screenings. Periodically, we're in the square. Most times we're at business places, because that's how we reach the people. And so we will screen for kidney disease with proteinuria. We'll do that one. We'll do high blood pressure. We'll do high blood sugar tests. We'll do sometimes we'll do breasts and stuff like that. But most importantly, this year, we went to the dialysis unit to encourage those who are diagnosed with kidney disease. We were there on Monday and Tuesday this week.
Monday and Tuesday.
To encourage them to stay on their treatment. We give them some exercise tips. The nutritionist came in and was speaking to them about their diet and lifestyle. So at Ministry of Health, we do go out to the community. We invite business places to contact us to do health screenings at their business places, which is free. Yeah. And so persons can be aware of their status. Yes.
All right, let's talk now about salt intake. How many grams of salt should people consume regularly?
It's recommended by WHO. It's 6 grams, which is a flat teaspoon. So that's very challenging for daily intake of salts. But for me, I don't really measure like how much salt intake I consume in a day. But usually I compare this. For example, I would check the food label and to see which one is lower, so I can choose which one. Yeah, so that's a practical way to lower your sodium intake.
You took the word right out of my mouth. Very practical.
So that teaspoon that you mentioned, that is supposed to be the amount you're supposed to use for the entire day?
Exactly. Yeah,
a leveled teaspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the smallest one, not the tablespoon.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Wow. You know, salt is the best thing ever, but that's not good for you. That is not good for you. I know salt, well, diabetes, hypertension, and we don't talk much about lupus in the Caribbean, I find. All of these can help with kidney damage. So what can we do to control these 3 that I just mentioned?
Well, basically, lupus, yes, that's when the body actually turns against itself, right? Yeah, sometimes that is hard to be diagnosed. So persons will have to see what is going on in their family trend, sometimes family history will be able to tell you that. When it comes to diabetes and hypertension, basically it's lifestyle. Your lifestyle choices. So we encourage persons, watch your salt intake. Look at the food labels and see how many sodium that is in the food, how much you intake. That includes your snacks. So if persons love to snack on Pringles and Conkles and those, fatty stuff, popcorn, watch the amount of salt that you're digesting, and pay attention to your body. Really have your regular checkup and stuff like that. That can reduce the prevalence of diabetes and hypertension here in the Federation. And come check us out when we're when we're doing free health screenings.
For the salt intake, right? So when it comes to self-management program, so there's a session that will ask you to do something. For example, to reduce the salt for a week. Yeah, so then you try to reduce your salt in the week, and then if it become a habit and you get used to it, right? And I believe it will reduce your craving for salts. Yeah, and if you keep doing that, you will make a balance that you realize that you don't really need that much salt.
That's definitely true, I find. So we can wean ourselves off the salt, if you want to put it that way. Talk about popular seasonings that might provide alternatives to salt. Do we have any of those here at all? Do we use any of those?
Our popular seasonings, if you read the labels, you will see the sodium content, right? That's our Maggi cubes or Bio and all of those things. So you will want to reduce the amount that you're putting into your food. And however, we encourage you to use the natural seasoning. We have our celery, we have our herbs, we have our thyme, we have our seasoning peppers, those contain salt as well. When you do cook with them, you don't have to put them in first. Well, if you put them in first, you will lose all of the flavor, so you want to put them in last. So that when you taste, you're getting that flavor, because we are Black people, we love flavor food, right? So you can get the flavor really infused inside of the food. So we want to encourage persons to use the natural seasoning. Try them, not just buy them and we love to see colored stuff, and just don't put them in once you start to cook. Put them at the ending of the food process, so you can really flavor your food. And like William said, once you challenge yourself to reduce your salt intake, your craving for salt will come less, because your body adjusts. Our bodies are very precious, and they take what we give them. So you're trying to reduce your salt intake. Eventually, what used to be that you're accustomed to, eventually you say, oh my, that's too salt, because then you become more salt aware.
like that. So I'm going to start with Mr. Chen. The theme for this year is Kidney Health for All, preparing for the unexpected, supporting the vulnerable. What does this theme mean to you? And then Ms. Wasu, you can answer as well.
Want to start the first? Yes, so the project has been doing the health screening, because we want to detect those who hasn't been detected with kidney disease. So that's what we prepare for, those unexpected, and we support for those vulnerable, because some people they have transport problems, because we usually bring our screenings to the communities, and we look for those persons who rarely go to the hospital or health centers. So we really want to help them to know their status. So it's so that's what we do for this this year theme. Yeah.
Okay, for our theme, like you said, support kidney disease for all, because everybody has their kidneys, and you want, once you're well, you want to be nice to your kidneys. Drink water.
Yeah, yes.
You know, drink lots of water, hydrate yourself. You're not diagnosed with any blood pressure or any sugar, no NCDs. You know, love yourself, and your kidneys will be happy, because they do most of the filtration. They do more of the circulating of the clean and taking out the toxins and stuff like that. So to help your kidneys, they love water very much, right? So if you're a person who struggle with drinking water, we encourage you to flavor your water. Put some lemon inside. And once you love pineapples or anything, you can just infuse those fruits inside of your water. We are very a technological world and tech savvy people. Find an app that would remind you to drink water. I've done that. I'm doing it. You know, sometimes my app reminds me, Novelia, drink some water. You're not a cactus. You know, nourish your brain. It makes you think more. Your brain will love you. You know, so those are just some motivational words that the app will send to me. And okay, really, I need to drink some water. You know, and your body will love it. You'll feel refreshed, rejuvenated, and preparing for the unexpected. Well, in life, you have unexpected turns, unexpected changes. If you think that you're rich now, once you have kidney disease, you're not rich anymore. Kidney disease costs a lot. For example, per session is like $400
for the dialysis.
Per session. And some persons require 3 sessions or 2 sessions per week. So you're looking at 400 times 3, 400 times 2 per week, times 4 per month, times 12 per year, and then you can do the math after that, right? So you persons who are diagnosed with blood pressure and blood sugar, we are encouraging you to stay on your treatment, because this treatment is what helps change your lifestyle. It comes with a lot of thinking, a lot of thought process, but once you engage in your physical activities, you know, you change the way how you're eating. I'm diagnosed with this thing now. How can I sustain my life? How can I prolong my life? How can I live a healthier, you know, to what I am really diagnosed with? You know, rather than to go to the end of the stick, how can I come back this way? So we're encouraging persons to stay on your treatment, change your lifestyle, and incorporate some kind of physical activity. Physical activity is very important. Your body will love you too. Right? And supporting the vulnerable. We know that we have persons who are diagnosed with kidney disease across the Federation, and they do need our support. It takes a team to help them, because sometimes after dialysis they're sometimes weak and lethargic and tired. You know, sometimes they just need that motivation, that push. So we want to support our people in any way that we can that is diagnosed with kidney disease across the Federation.
Well, you predicted exactly what I was going to ask you. Who are the vulnerable and what is being done to help them? So any final words as we commemorate World Kidney Day?
Go ahead. Okay, so for World Kidney Day, you know, we want to encourage persons to love your kidneys. We want to encourage persons to change your lifestyle. If you are if you live a lifestyle of just eating, sitting down, just walking casually, you want to really take some time to think about what you're doing and love your body, love yourself, because just this one precious body that we have, it will be remiss of me not to mention, that there is a program at the Ministry of Health, chronic disease self-management program. That's a 6 weeks, 2.5 hour program that helps our people to adapt to new lifestyle changes. We have facilitators that will go into communities, go into churches, go into business spaces, and speak about how to self-manage. And in one of those tools, we have what we call an action plan, a plan that you yourself will set. Is something that you want to do, is something that will motivate you for whatever change you would want to make, and we help to guide you through those action plans. Small plans, big results. So we want to challenge the federation. I want to challenge the federation to get moving action. Make small action plans to sustain this body that we have.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to encourage person here, on behalf of SK Move, to eat healthy diet and also regular exercise. Of course, the most important of all is get your regular checkup, because that's where we get you, and that's where we will consult you, or we give you information about what you should do. Yes. And here I have some brochures. If you're interested, if you want to know more about the health intervention, please feel free to come to Ministry of Health. It's all here.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much, William Chen, Navilia Owusu. Thank you. More Good Morning SKN in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
No cash, no car, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom. Yeah.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. For this segment of In the News, Jamie and I will be reviewing an article published by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center titled Caribbean Food Security at Risk from the Impact of Disaster-Related Events. So I did not hear of this news. Did you?
Neither did I.
Okay. Wow. But Jamie, do you believe that we really have food security here in the Caribbean?
I think the fact that we're talking about it more means that we recognize that food security is an issue and something that we should strive towards achieving. So, answer to your question, we're getting there.
We're getting there, okay. Well, when I look around, I see all the different disasters that are happening. I think we're in some serious risk, as you say, we're getting here in these parts. But look at the war between Ukraine and Russia. We have a shortage of wheat. We have a shortage of fuel that we may need to produce some of these foods. So, my gosh, when I think about it, I think that soon we're gonna have nothing. Because sometimes I go to the supermarket, 1 week I can get this particular produce, next week I cannot get it. And I don't mean like the produce that we can put in the soil here, but stuff that is imported from overseas. We can't get it. So it's like we're seeing already that more and more the shelves are becoming empty like honey. Sometimes I have to go to like 3-4 supermarkets to get a bottle of honey, and sometimes none of them have the type that I'm looking for. So I'm like, what's going on? Oh, it's gonna come this week. You go back and it's not there. So you definitely see like the climate change is bothering the bees, or whatever little honey they have, they're keeping it for themselves and not sharing it with the world.
That could be it. That could definitely be it. So we're looking at the connections between climate change, food security, water, and health come to the fore when examining the threat of any extreme weather event. And because we're in the Caribbean, obviously we're very vulnerable to things like hurricanes, things like earthquakes, perhaps less so, but definitely hurricanes every year. Everybody's battening down the hatches, hoping that they can survive if there's an impending storm. And when we see that we have crops that are exposed, there's no real protection for them. So as you talk about food security, we are definitely vulnerable in that respect because it takes one simple storm to wipe out years of work and dependence on that as well.
Even in Guyana, the last time they had a flood in Berbice, and that particular area produces a lot of rice. And oh my gosh, although rice thrives in water this high, no, they don't need that much water. So the farmers were complaining they were losing their produce, they were losing their livestock because not all animals can swim. So some of them will be drowned, will drown. So, oh my, it's just a lot. The only person that to me survives in a flood is a fish. That's the only person I can see surviving in a flood. Yeah.
All right, so reading an excerpt from an article on food security, the same article that you mentioned in the introduction, it reads this way. The Caribbean's food security is severely vulnerable to the impacts of disaster-related events exacerbated by climate change, which can lead to humanitarian crises and national security concerns. Well, that news is bleak, but it's a reality for a lot of people, especially us. We know that to be true. We haven't gotten to the state of, I would say, a humanitarian crisis that reaches the level as other places, perhaps, but we're still very vulnerable.
Look at November the 2nd, 2022, when Hurricane Lisa made landfall in Belize and affected the lives of many. As this mom said, her first priorities were food, water, documentation, and shelter. Then when the water's messed up, you can't have proper drinking water. And those we know water carry various diseases, including cholera. She said, when I calculated the estimate cost to prepare, especially the current prices increase on goods and services, I was worried for my kids. And she's a single mother of 2. Wow. She said even though she got paid a few days ago, it was not in her budget, and she could not prepare for the way she wanted. Because when the storm comes, if some of us don't have the proper homes to batten down, we lose everything. We have nothing. Even though they say prepare the canned foods, when the canned foods run out, we can't depend on the land because of all that damage. Imagine the hurricane uprooting everything that you would have planted. That has to be rough. Yeah. See, they have greenhouse damage and wow. And the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPA's executive director, Dr. Joy St. John, emphasizes that food insecurity is of major concern to the region. The climate crisis causes disruption or damage to food value chains, which in turn negatively impact all 4 pillars of food security: availability, accessibility, utilization, and stability.
That's what you spoke about.
Wow.
And here's the kicker for us here in the region. Again, the article continues to read. Most people see the Caribbean as destinations with inviting beaches and breathtaking getaways. But for the Caribbean people, climate change poses the biggest threat to our food and water security, health, and even our right to live. And on an ordinary day, we are fighting to survive. Now, isn't that the truth? Although I would be tempted to say that for a lot of us, we don't recognize that because we don't understand what's going on, or at least we're not feeling the effects of it in a way that we can quantify. And so it seems as if it's not really a thing until it becomes one.
Yeah, we're seeing it, but because there is something else that can fill the gap, we're not heeding, how should I say, the signs of the time? Because boy, it's rough. It's rough because you remember when Florida had the hurricane. You see how much we was paying for one of those lettuces? $22.50. That was rough, and now they're back down to $5.50 and $6.50. Man, that was rough, but that just showed that with that hurricane, they lost a lot of their crops, and although they wanted to keep some, they still want to make export monies, but you basically have to pay more because there is more demand than there is to supply.
Yeah, definitely so.
So we really have to look into getting, and that's what I'm saying, we're being prompted all this time, plant your backyard garden, help to produce food for your country. And we're still not taking it as serious. We're probably saying we don't have the time. If you're planting, let me support you, because sometimes I wonder, if we all become entrepreneurs, how will we all survive? So I have to buy from you, you buy from me. So when I look at it, to me, is like we're not making enough money because the money is just going around in circles. Yeah, that's how. So I'd be like, we all can do the same thing, but we still need to do something to ensure that we can eat.
Right, so the article continues to read, and this is a quote: "The region must ensure that it builds resilience to these threats, to safeguard food security, as well as to strengthen supply chains within the region, to allow rapid recovery and availability of food after disaster," expressed Dr. Colin Young, Executive Director of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center. That's 5 Cs. That's very important because we're talking about being a resilient people, being a resilient region, and resilience is triggered by something devastating that we have to rebound from. And so the question is, how quickly can we rebound? What can be done to mitigate the risks, if any, that are posed by natural disasters through the effects of climate change and all the other effects that they have on agriculture, on food security generally, and water security, health, humanitarian crises, to prevent them.
I see they have the COVID-19 pandemic as one of the state of food security and nutrition in the world. 2022 reports that, unquote, the triple crises of climate, conflict, and COVID-19 pandemic continue to challenge efforts to improve food security, nutrition, health, and livelihood, which affected the affordability of a healthy diet for 3.1 billion people, including those in many low-income countries such as Latin America and the Caribbean.
Well, the data speaks for itself.
Wow. I remember the ships weren't coming, ships weren't coming during the pandemic that much. Like, we had to wait. When they came, I should say, it was a big thing. It made me think, like, is this really what it's gonna look like? Because you're like overjoyed to see the ship. And before, it wasn't even a thought in your mind. Like, you just know you're going to the supermarket getting food. But when, wow, you're actually happy to see those things. Wow.
Definitely so.
Wow.
Well, that's all I have to say. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I just know that we have, well, I shouldn't say no. We have a lot of work to do, folks, to ensure our food security. So we are getting lots of nudge. We have the folks from the Backyard Garden Association here telling us to plant in our backyard. Even if we don't plant to sell, at least we plant for ourselves. So should a time arise when there's nothing, at least we can feed ourselves. And we can store up and we can share. So food security is important, so let us heed the warnings we get, take the help whilst we can, and not wait until it's too late. And with that said, we'll take a short break and we'll be back after this.
No cash, no card, no problem. JAD. Embrace the freedom.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
As humans, we are innately competitive. It is this desire to come out on top which drives us to succeed, propelling us to push beyond our perceived barriers. In this segment of Loosen Up, we will be exploring the question, can competition be healthy? Can competition be healthy?
It sure can be. It sure can be. And you know I like my healthy competition. Well, we haven't had some games in a minute, but yeah. But it can be healthy, man. But sometimes you need a little push. You need a little push, and at work they can develop something that says, okay, if you do this, this is your reward. Or you and the person that's doing the same job can say...
It's called money.
Okay, Jerry. I was being nice. I was being nice.
That's what it's called. It's called your salary, your wage.
Well, you know, not all the time they give you a little raise, you know. They might give you a little incentive to go to a nice little getaway and or have a little day on the cat or, you know, something nice.
Or they put your picture up on the wall and call you employee of the month with nothing else behind it. Awesome. Your name is just there. Isn't that great?
You get a free meal, some chicken.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because there's only one place I ever see that. I don't go to a lot of places where I see there's employee recognition.
Well, you know what? I guess in that place, you're not thinking about the competition. You're thinking about the camaraderie and how you can work together.
Yeah.
So competition has a place.
Yeah,
do it
indeed.
differently depending on where they are.
Yeah. Because what about when there is, like for those persons in sales?
Yeah, those persons in sales generally earn commission because their basic earning is that low.
Yeah, but they are competing.
They have to survive. Healthy competition is focused on advancing everyone. Though you want to succeed, you derive joy from seeing others succeed as well. When an individual breaks a record or achieves something new, it's viewed as an important step towards broader success for everyone.
Yeah.
This is so idealistic. I wish this were true for the majority. I wish it were true for everyone. But we know that's not true for everyone.
No. The world isn't a fair place, so yeah.
Still a lofty idea, though. Has merit in places, I suppose, depending on where you go.
Yeah.
The culture of the place.
Yeah.
Etc.
But I think when employees have more incentives, they tend to work better. They tend to cooperate to the development of the company better. And I think it all starts from the top, because if the top is shaky, then the bottom will be shaky too. Although in buildings, you know, it's bottom up. But yeah, everything starts from the top.
Can you imagine the voice from the top? It's shaky and causes everybody underneath to shake. Of course, everything is going to fall.
That too. So healthy competition is focused on advancing everyone.
Well, that's what we read before.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's why I stopped for a minute, like, yeah, I think I heard that before.
Yes.
I've heard it all before. How about in sports, Jamie?
Competition in sports? Well, everybody's competing for titles, so I guess that works, yeah.
Well, the girls that were here for the pageant.
Well, that too.
That was some sweet, healthy competition, and I hope they maintain that friendship even after the results of the show, because they're like, I'm gonna win, no, I'm gonna win, side eye, next. That was fun, and that's how it is at all those other pageants like Miss Talented Teen. I would have loved to been a fly on the wall to know how those girls were for Talented Teen, because that was a spicy sport, but they still look like, in their preparations and leading up to the night, that they were all having fun with each other. I saw 3 of them last night, the queen, the first, and the second row, and their camaraderie is so lovely. I'm like, oh, our generation is in good hands. Because you see, like, they're so, oh my gosh, they're so humble, they're so happy for each other, and they're still like best of friends.
Good.
Yeah.
Definitely good.
Yeah. So unhealthy competition is oriented towards scarcity and fear, like Jamie just mentioned. If the top is shaky, then the whole thing can come falling down. So competition is unhealthy when it presumes there is only a limited amount of success or achievement available out there in the world. It says, I have to fight to get my piece of the pie, or else others will get it and nothing will be left for me. But sometimes you have to, though. But you don't mean it in an unhealthy way. You just have to push forward. So a little bit unhealthy competition can be good, but you just don't have to walk over everybody to get it.
There's one job. There are 5 candidates.
Yeah, we all try to see who could put forward the best thesis.
That's competition.
Mm-hmm. A little unhealthy competition
And
ain't that bad.
if someone gets it, what will be left for you? Not
You
what
just have
want.
to try again when the opportunity comes up.
Assuming it does.
Boy.
So that's putting it in context.
But that's the thing. In life, only one person can come first. Although sometimes you can have a tie, right?
Uh-huh.
Only one person gets second, although we can have a tie. But there's always just this one. Like, we can only have one prime minister. We have a deputy. We can only have one president. We have a vice president. But it's always one. There can never be 2. For some jobs, you just have to let that one person do the job. And you have to just concede to being the, I don't want to say loser, but the person that just didn't fit the position at the time.
Who says?
All right. My 2 cents.
I get you.
Uh-huh.
I get you. Yeah, that's assuming everything else is created equal and there's no muddying the water one way or the other. Healthy competition is focused on unlocking personal potential. So healthy competitors are less concerned about how they stack up to others, more interested in stretching into new realms of personal development.
Yep.
That's true. Why are you competing with somebody else anyway? You ought to be competing with yourself. Are you
Be
getting
yourself.
better? Are you better than you were the day before? Are you worse than you were the day before? Or, what counts for those changes? What accounts for them? Those sorts of things. You're looking at you. You're not looking outward.
But imagine some of your competitions could be your own counterparts or your own friends, because you think that they want the best for you when they really don't, and they're secretly fighting you down.
Writing you down.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Yeah.
Weapon of friendly destruction.
Is that what it's called? I like the term. You coined it well. The weapon of friendly destruction.
That's what it is.
Yeah, boy. I sometimes say it's better you tell your stuff to your enemies than your friends.
Hey, how about telling neither?
Tell it to Jesus. I had to bring in that one. Yeah, just tell it to Jesus, y'all. Just tell it to Jesus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this. I always say there is one mouth, there are 2 ears.
Oh. Tell it to
2
him.
eyes. What do? Talk less, listen more, observe more.
Mm-hmm.
That works in that ratio.
Sure does. So unhealthy competition is oriented towards getting validation. When competition is motivated by a desire to get attention and validation from others, it's ultimately coming from a place of insecurity and self-doubt and breeds an unhealthy environment. Yeah.
Why won't anybody notice me? Notice me. This is where it's coming from, really. Right? It's like, hey, here.
There's one person I work with, and if somebody gave you a compliment and didn't give her a compliment, she'd be like, why you didn't see me here? That's why sometimes when I see her and it's going to be in a big circle, I disappear. Because I don't want anybody to tell me anything. You take all the compliments. I'm good. Yeah. As I tell people, sometimes I don't really strive off of compliments because it's the world. Dying anyways.
You can still go to masks, right? Because I would mask my face. It's like, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to. Yeah, I can do without all of that.
Exactly.
Right?
So I used to just disappear because I'm like, y'all give her all the compliments, all. Or sometimes I'll be in the crowd and once I see her, you don't want to see me pitter-patting away on my tippy toes. Because I'm like, here comes. No. Because I don't want the attention, so you can have it all. Yep.
Yeah, from whom anyway? What do you want attention for?
Listen,
you know, if
it
you
validates some people, you know.
Well, hey, that's great for you. If you need that to be validated,
yep.
There you go. That's your stimulus. Yeah, you react, you respond to it accordingly. Great for you.
At the end of the day, I just want to be a good human being that made everybody smile in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
That's great. You got goals.
Yeah, listen, we never know what people may be going through. So it's always nice when I see somebody and I just say, oh, I like your shoes. Or you go into a store and the woman's face is long from here to the peninsula. And you be like, you crack a joke and you get that face right back into tone. Because you never know. Or you tell them something nice about themselves. But, man, people are going through. What? I don't understand my co-hosts be laughing at me, you know. But people be going through a lot, guys. A little, do something nice. Say something nice, you know, it goes along.
That's about a 16-mile journey anyway.
Oh, wait.
And getting it back in town.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on competition. Healthy competition is focused on the journey and the outcome. The journey and the outcome, right? For both. The most effective competitive environments recognize the value of the journey. Rather than putting all the focus on the end goal, they draw attention to the learning and wisdom gained throughout the process of getting there. Are we there yet? Yeah, there's some of us who are like that. We're really impatient. We just want to be there. I don't know where there is, but wherever there is where a lot of people want to be, right?
Yeah.
How about enjoying where you are? You are here, make the most of it as you continue to advance to where you want to be.
Learn the lessons. Have these tidbits to share with someone else about how it was on your journey to get where you are getting. Rushing there, as Jamie said, nah, mightn't be worth it.
It's realistic. There are some people who will give you advice and it won't be good advice.
That too, sometimes.
Who will give you advice that you can trust, and that advice would be misleading.
Yeah, and there's some people who you can give the advice to that won't take it. That's why I say, why do we even give advice sometimes? Because we didn't take the advice when we got it. When I look at life, I'd be like, that's why sometimes if somebody don't ask me, I don't give them advice. And if they do ask me, I said, I know you may not use this, but this is what I did. Yeah.
I typically say, do what you want.
Yeah.
Because you'll do it anyway.
Exactly.
Saves me from wasted breath, saves you from having to keep appearances that you're actually listening to me and taking heed to what I say. So.
But I do like to entertain people. I guess I have a soft heart, so I'll listen.
You're the best person to decide. You know exactly what the variables are. Go with that. Trust yourself.
Exactly. Go with your guts.
Leave it there. Yeah. Seriously, that's it.
You know, sometimes for the average person that has a deep-rooted issue, you know, they'll just feel like you're basically shutting them down, right?
Oh, okay, that's nice. When you see the degree in psychology, which I do not have,
but see, we don't have to give that sort of advice, but just, just listen to them.
Really? Yeah, I don't have a sofa for them to sit on. Okay. It takes up plenty of space.
Do you have a chair?
I take up plenty of space.
Do you have a chair? Do you have some steps?
I want to say no, right? Although you know that's not true. I really want to say
Jamie ain't got the time, bro. He ain't got the time. He's just going to get to it, and you just got to move on with life.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Yep. But unhealthy competition is oriented towards winning at all costs. So unhealthy competition overly emphasizes the outcome rather than valuing the process of the journey involved in getting there. And when the outcome becomes the sole focus, it promotes a whatever it takes to succeed mentality, as you said. Dun, dun, dun. Even if I have to with the boss, I'm going to get to the top of my workplace.
Isn't it nice to work in cutthroat environment?
Why?
Where you're constantly looking over your shoulder, trying to see who put the knife in your back. Like, can I pull it out? Because we're all competing for that one thing.
Why?
Like, who needs that?
The joys of working in a big organization.
It doesn't have to be big for Tennessee.
It can be small too.
It can be very small. It depends on the people that you're around, how they're socialized, and what everybody thinks they're working towards. Some people are working to get you out, or me out, or whatever, just to excel. Some people are working towards the goal of the organization.
But working, as my sister would normally say, getting somebody out of bread gets you nowhere in life. Like, she was a boss, and she said she lets Jesus deal with her karma. She doesn't fire anybody. And then Jesus does help her with her karma, because I've seen almost everybody that has tried to wrong her has resigned on their own.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
I guess that's the advice.
Jesus works on your karma.
Actually, it was another thing, but hey, anyway, yes, we'll be back in a moment with more GMSKN. Stay tuned. Yeah.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
morning SKN, this is lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Mrs. Violet Clark is one of the 8 women who emerged as winners at the 2022 Microtrade Purchase and Sales Skills Training Workshop in Nevis. Violet then went on to attend the Empower Women, Empower Latin America and the Caribbean LAC Forum in Taipei, Taiwan by the Taiwan ICDF. There, she exhibited her products and shared how the education, training, and financial support from this program helped to improve her skills and scale up her business. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Violet Clark, co-owner and manager of Llewellyn's Manufacturing Company.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
Oh, pleasure having you. Our pleasure having you. So how were you selected to attend this forum with Minister Isolde Phillip?
So I had participated in the microtrade program, which I was fortunate enough to be one of 8 winners. And then I went on to participate in the Elite Award, where I was one of 4 winners going there. So from that selection, I was not quite sure what the other criteria was, but I was certainly happy that I was able to go.
So tell us about the forum. What was it like for you?
The forum was an amazing experience because not only was I traveling with the minister, which was, you know, a unique opportunity in itself, but just the whole experience was just geared towards empowering women, making them feel capable of business, making them feel proud of being a woman. You know, everything was just so beautifully designed, down to all our experiences were just geared towards letting us know that you could do this.
Can you give me one specific example?
So we went to a place called Ten Art, and the owner there started business when she was 43 years old. And she is like internationally renowned. She does cosmetics and facial products. And she actually started the business because her daughter had some skin issues. And so she didn't want to use the traditional, you know, products that, you know, have chemicals in it. And so I really liked that. But her products were fabulous. They were completely biodegradable. Everything inside her packaging, everything that she used inside of the products and out was biodegradable. And it was just fantastic. You went in and it was an art studio. It looked like an art studio. I was like, how is this a cosmetic firm? Because you think of, you know, from a pharmaceutical perspective. This was a very warm, beautiful environment where she just made us feel so welcome. We came out with all these packages of beautiful things to take away with us, which was really amazing. That was just a wonderful experience.
So tell us a bit about the feedback you got about your products from the forum.
Wow, well, I'm actually overwhelmed really at the feedback, because when certainly at the appreciation dinner, I took the liberty of making sure that I had, you know, some specialized gifts. You know, Mama always says, when you're going somewhere, don't go with your too long hand, make sure you go with something. So I made sure I had some really nice sample products, and when people were, you know, streaming out, they were taking the sample products. And so once they took the products, I've just been getting these calls and these messages and just saying, I love these products, where can we get them? How can you get them to Taipei? You know, so we're really trying to, you know, now chase the curve, because now, you know, we actually have an order right now for 200 bottles of hot sauce.
Wow.
How do we get it to Taipei?
How do you get it to Taipei? And I imagine not only Taipei, but other places.
Yeah. Absolutely.
People there who were not necessarily from Taipei.
Absolutely, because we started our business in 2015, and so at that time we were part of a FedEx commercial, and that was a unique selection in itself, which I won't go into. But in that, we were able to ship hot sauce to 40 countries around the world. And you can go on YouTube and you can still see the video of people all over the world tasting the product. 7 years later, that commercial is still, we're still getting comments about that commercial. So yes, it can go around the world.
Did you share that commercial with us? Because I'm looking at you side-eyeing. Well, that's great.
Wow.
Yes.
So you said 2015 you started.
Yes, 2015.
We have to talk about the stuff that happened in the dreaded 2020. How did COVID-19 affect your business?
Wow. So as I was saying, we're part of this. We were kind of thrown in, and I'm saying we, because I've not had an opportunity to say that I'm a co-owner, because I'm co-owned with my husband, Llewellyn Clark, who's a very, very famous chef. So when you see our products and you taste our products, it's from a 5-star chef. He is exceptional in everything that he does in terms of the products. We cannot play with those products. He's a hard taskmaster, so we need to make sure we get it right. So what happened with the pandemic was, we were shipping, we were doing all these things, everything went through the roof, everything stopped in terms of shipping out. The good thing about it is we have the local market that really love the products and continued to buy, and we were able to kind of get through that. We were working part-time, so we still had a full-time jobs, but we were working part-time. Although when the pandemic, as we moved through the pandemic, interestingly enough, we decided we really needed to do this business full time. Now, you would think that during the pandemic, you would make an opposite decision, like, I really need to lock myself in and stay in full-time business. But we really felt that if not now, then when?
I like that.
And so we really needed to bite the bullet and get it done. So we did that in 2022.
I like that.
All right, so you mentioned your husband, Llewellyn's pepper sauce. So Llewellyn, thank you for that.
Is that Llewellyn in the picture next to you?
Yes, that's Llewellyn. Oh wow, you have a picture there. Yes, that's our factory.
I had the pleasure of meeting him. I stepped out for a little bit. And
there he is. There he is. See?
This is even better now. Okay.
A wonderful, supportive husband.
Yes, definitely so. All right, so tell us about the story behind creating the sauces. Obviously, he's a chef. Did it come naturally? Was it just, an organic discussion, a thing to do, or was it something else?
Well, when we first got married, Llewellyn was a photographer. He was not chefing at all. He was doing his freelance photography. They used to call him Click, and he was all over the place doing photography work. Now, I didn't really want to say it in colloquial terms, but I'm saying it when you meet a woman, things kind of go a little differently. So, so what happened was I started to talk to him and say, baby, look, you great chef. In actual fact, I will give you a little story if you watch it. That's why I married him. Yeah, Llewellyn cooked for me after our third meeting, and that was it. Yes. So yeah, yes, that was it.
The way to a woman's heart is through.
So I just loved, the way he cooked and everything like that. But not only the cooking, but the creativity. We were not, both of our parents, mums and dads, his mum and dad were from Nevis. Okay. He was born in Manchester, I was born in Leeds. So we would come back home. This is what we call home. So we would come back home every year. Now, when he came, he decided to stay here back in I think it was in 99. And so, but we never met. We never met at that time. Now, but our history and our background, we always loved anything Nevis, anything St. Kitts. We grew up like that, because when you're away, you really feel like, you know, you miss that part of the culture. And so Llewellyn was always creating stuff and making stuff and working on different tastes, and we were the guinea pigs trying out this and trying out that. But when he actually stumbled across this recipe, you know, we were like, no, it's got to be, we got to put it in a business way, even though we were still doing it part-time. And so we named the business Llewellyn's, which is Llewellyn's Manufacturing Company, which is what we are now. And also, if you see on the label, it reflects the St. Kitts Nevis flag, because we are truly, you know, so happy to be home and to just be part of that environment. So all of those things, the natural environment, the beauty of the colors, the vibrant taste, the culture, everything goes into that bottle.
Oh, wow.
So when I say it's a taste of Nevis, I truly mean it's a taste of Nevis. I'm not, you know, missing St. Kitts here. But we actually live in a very, very fertile area, which is called Rollins Village, and close to Zetland. So we live between there, and it's lush green. So when people come to the factory, they see cocoa, they see breadfruit, they see this, it's that. You know, everything is all around us. We're part of that natural environment. So obviously the sauce has got to show that.
Yeah. So, okay, you gave. Go ahead, Jamie.
No, I
go
was
ahead.
just going to joke with you and say I'm thinking if sauces could talk.
Yes, exactly.
So you were in the education field for 25 long years.
Yes.
Why would you leave such a lucrative field to become an entrepreneur?
So I love education. That's like my heart, children in my heart. We still have that. We still have children come to the factory in the summer. We cook and we make pizza and we do agro-processing. So it's just one aspect of what I do. And you know that as part of us, we're multi-dimensional. And so I wanted to explore this area, but I was happy being at the back. I was happy working alongside. I was happy, you know, supporting, doing my little thing with my husband. But there came a time when it's like you have to make a decision about what experiences you want in life. And so I also, as well, I'm very goal orientated. So when I went into education, I had this thing that I would never stay in a job more than 5 years. That's just something I did because I wanted to be able to, you know how it is, your first year, you know, you're learning the ropes, second year, you're kind of practicing, third year, you're getting it right, you're making some changes, fourth year, you know, you're doing everything, fifth year, like, what are you doing after that? So I was very, you know, goal orientated. So in my last job as a head teacher, I had a very detailed plan of how I was going to restructure this school. It was going to be a sustainable green environment that special students will be able to enjoy. And they were going to have products and services that they needed. Once I completed that task,
next thing,
then I said it was time to do what I needed to do. And so I left there in a shouting, you know, all, you know, just so happy because all of the objectives were achieved and the school is fully sustainable in terms of, especially in terms of its agriculture and its products and services. So that was really important. So I wanted to transition that, but I didn't know how to. I really didn't know how to. And people say, well, how do you not know that you're a head teacher? But I'm always saying to people, just because you're competent in one area doesn't mean that you want to be on a camera. You know, it doesn't mean that. So I think that transition was how to do it, when to do it. But I had to wait until I felt that in my heart. I'm very much a believer of right timing. So I had to wait until I got that spiritual unction to do it.
Okay.
And when I came to my husband, I said, Baze, I think that we need to be doing this business full time. He was like, well, why didn't you say so, girl? Why didn't you say that? And so we made that agreement and left in 2022, and we have not looked back.
Yeah, good stuff.
Not looked back.
Good stuff. And it's gotten you as far as Type A.
It has.
Look at
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get to the pepper sauce, but we're going to have to wait. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Dajahao. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are here with Vida Clark, co-owner and manager of Llewellyn's Manufacturing Company. She will now be telling us about some of the products.
Absolutely.
That we have on display.
So these are some of the products that we had on display in Taiwan. And so we have a range of hot sauces, including mango, guava, papaya, banana. I think those.
I saw apricot.
Yes, apricots.
Shocked.
So we have about 8 of them, 8 different flavors of pepper sauce, as well as the flavored oils. Now, flavored oils are really picking up in terms of business, because flavored oils are like when people like to cook, right? And so when you have an infused oil, it takes the work out of the cooking, because you can literally use an infused thyme oil that's already, fully flavored. By the time you're ready to put that on your meat, you don't have to do any extra infusing. It's already there. The garlic oil as well is the same. We have rosemary oil as well as as well as lobster oil. This is a favorite with particularly with some of our overseas guests. They really like lobster oil in terms of making those nice pastas with the shrimps and the bacon.
Does this lobster oil have pepper in it as well? Or?
It does.
Okay.
It does, yes.
Okay.
So, but then the regular oils, garlic oil doesn't have pepper in it, and thyme oil and, rosemary oil and all that they don't have pepper in them at all. Roasted salad.
I noticed.
Salad dressing is a favorite because it's often in some of the hotels or the restaurants, and so people will say, "Oh, this really tastes good. Where can I buy it?" And so that's the roasted garlic salad dressing. So you want the greens and everything like this, but you can have natural flavorings inside of those greens. So you've got the and particularly the way that my husband really makes this, it's so labor intensive, to get those flavors upon flavors, which is why the products are so unique. You try them once, trust me, you will not go back. You try them once, okay? Because they are so unique.
Wow.
So this is based on it is, isn't it? Just, this is the bud peppers with the onions, the garlic and everything. This is perfect for fish.
Yeah.
And people like to put that little pepper vinegar on the fish. Yeah. This has got a little extra kick though on it, if you like that little extra kick. So these are some of the products that we have. We also have milled flours. There's many people right now that are gluten-free. I am really not supposed to eat too much wheat, too much bread, and dairies and stuff. My sons were like gluten-free as well. So when you're trying to do a gluten-free, it's very difficult to just ship things all the time. It's very, very expensive.
Yep.
And why are you going to do that when you've got breadfruit and you've got cassava and you've got coconut,
I've never heard of coconut flour until today.
Coconut flour.
I know breadfruit and cassava can do it, but I never heard of coconut.
It's wonderful. Use it making the dumplings. So there's so many different milled flours that we can do as well. The thing with milled flours is that you can't do them in large quantities, and this is the thing that we often have a problem with in terms of scaling up.
Okay.
Because you want to keep your products natural, and you don't want to add fillers and all these kind of things. So you have to kind of go with what you have in the market. If you keep pushing the boundaries in that way, you end up spoiling the product. These products are all natural. That's why they are. They taste so good. They can compete with any kind of commercial products on the around, because they don't have the extra flavorings and additives and all that kind of thing. People want a natural product. You come to St. Kitts and Nevis, you want something
Authentically St. Kitts and Nevis.
I feel like a kid in a candy store. I'm just looking around. Each time I go to something, I'm just like stuck. Vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract, not to be confused with vanilla flavoring. This is actual vanilla pods. I'm sure my husband will correct me, but I'm sure there's at least 10 pods, vanilla pods in this, and vanilla pods are expensive, right? Yes. But if you want a really good, authentic vanilla flavor, you gotta go with this. Yeah. Wow. So this actually sells very well at the airport.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Natural vanilla pods are very, very good.
I gotta say, I've been dying to get my hand on the banana sauce. Do you have
Yes, the banana sauce.
I just need to hold this in my hand. I've never heard of anything like this.
Well, yes. Well, there was a time when you didn't hear of mango pepper sauce either. That's one of the creative things that Llewellyn was very much into, mango. There's always so many mangoes just all around the place every year. And you know, we always used to joke about it. It's like you're chasing the mango down the road because there's so many. And so we have so many things that we could do with mango. We don't need to be wasteful of the mangoes there. You may not eat a full belly mango or whatever, or you know, a ball mango, but you would use it for all kind of different products. I eat any kind of mangoes, but I know some people like fussy and say, I only eat like
grafted,
Emery Polly, grafted. Mango is mango, you know. So I'm just excited about mango. So yes, mango is like that. So banana is like that. So this banana pepper sauce is unique. You have to try it. You have to try it. And believe me, everybody who kind of gets wind of this will soon be having lots of mango pepper sauces around. But here you saw it first, right here.
Oh, yes.
On Llewellyn's manufacturing company. So these are some of the products that we had display in Taiwan.
What about this? I thought they were jawbreakers.
Well, they are not. They are actually fruit. It's they're mango roll-ups. Okay, so again, something else that you can do with mango.
Thank you so much. Mango roll-ups.
Yes, you're just going to kind of put it a little bit in your mouth, just to.
Oh, they're actually rolled up.
They're actually rolled up. They are handmade and they are wonderful, and they are.
Look.
They are very exceptionally tasty.
Listen, I didn't even get to the taste, but the scent is just
because
superb.
it's natural.
Wow.
Once you get anything natural, that's it. It's gonna be bursting with flavor and all that natural goodness.
At least the kids have something healthy they can eat, because the auto roll-ups.
Exactly.
No pun intended, but yeah.
Yeah, nice. Because we really have to move away from all that's natural sugar. It's gonna get in your system. It's gonna, make you feel good, but it's not gonna give you that sugar high and sugar low. So that's really, really important.
This is good, but that's nice.
Exactly, that's really good.
This is good.
So these were some of the little sample products as well that I took to Taiwan. So when we finished the appreciation dinner, they were all lined up, and myself and the Ambassador Francis were busy giving them out with the cards and all these
two products. Okay,
no,
the small ones.
just the three varieties of pepper sauce. And listen, they were so excited to have that, to have the samples. It was really, really nice. So this is a specialized gift that I made particularly for the trip.
Okay.
So I had about 10 of these bags and another one there, which is a leaf bag.
Okay.
But if you see, it's got the SK on, it's got our colors on.
Mm-hmm. I
say our colors because we have them on our product as well. And what I did here, I felt like everybody should go, I'm like that. I guess when you've been in education for so long, you root for everybody.
Yes.
And so I wanted to bring some of the ladies with me. And so I had this idea of of course we'd already just been on the Wi-Fi project as well. So I met lots of these ladies and seeing some of their fabulous businesses, you know, and I wanted to be able to take some of them along with me. So I was able to take some of the products from the businesses. So I had things like this lovely mango smoothie. This is from Native Radiance.
Okay.
And so that went in the bag.
Okay.
And so it was, and with the business cards as well of the ladies. And so this is Shabana Prince, and she makes awesome products.
Yeah, I use her all in my hair.
That's awesome products. And then we had, I don't have the keyring, but I have Nikisha Warner makes her business is called Key Imprints.
Okay.
And she does really beautiful personalized gifts, you know, amazing gifts that like crystals that have your name on it, and when you put your phone on it, it'll sing. I mean, just amazing businesses. I love that. And so that went in the bag. I have other, Kamisha Morton.
Okay.
Yeah, this is her business. And let me just make sure I got her business card right. Yeah, she is Nature's Best. Okay. And so that went in, as well as our little, this is made with love from Nevis.
Oh, a little coaster.
Right? A little coaster for your puff, and then it had the beautiful, fantastic things. Cheers. So that went in the bag. And then we actually had another separate bag like this. And so all these things were in the bag. Given to the minister to give to whoever she wanted to give to.
Okay, nice.
And so I want to just say thank you, particularly for all the products that went into this bag, and to Angela Delpesh. She's the head of Sidhu in Nevis. When she heard what I was doing, she said, no, you can't pay for these products. I need to do something. And she called the finance minister, and the minister said, this is a great idea. Take the ladies with you. And he paid for all the products.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, you know, I was really, you know, you say empowerment, but, you know, empowerment is tangible. You know, actually has money to it, you know, because you actually have to pay for things. Yes. And so that was a wonderful gesture. And so we were able to look very, very good in Taiwan, SKN, because we came with beautiful things and beautiful products from beautiful people.
And I like that you didn't just incorporate your products, but you put the ladies as well. So each one reach one. So that's nice of you.
Well,
all of us can win.
You look good anywhere in our last 15 seconds. Telephone numbers, how do we get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can get in touch with us by calling us on, you could go on our website, you can go on llewellynspeppersauce.com, and you will find all the information there. We have a Facebook page, we have a website, we have a YouTube channel. Send us your tasting little experiments, and we love to hear from you. Thank you very much. My name is Violet Clark. Nice talking with you today.
Hey, that's a great way to go to commercial. Thank you. We'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us. dreamy decor.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Good morning. This is Karen Paris and support from Paris Lamont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band, and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Welcome back to GMSKN. It's time to let you know what's happening. Just what's on the list. Lake Health and Wellbeing will be hosting another set of workshops as part of our Empower Her project. This series of workshops is entitled Entrepreneurship 101 Business Idea to Implementation. There will be 2 workshops, both which will be facilitated by the renowned female entrepreneurship expert and founder of Coaching by Tamu, Dr. Tamu Brown. During the Entrepreneurship 101 Business Idea to Implementation workshops, women living with chronic illnesses or non-communicable diseases will receive the skills needed to thrive professionally and financially, as well as the ability to transform business ideas into successful, lasting business ventures. So the first one was already held. The second one will take place on Tuesday, March 21st. And the workshop will run from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and will be held at the National ICT Center. That's at the Southwell Industrial Park on the Bay Road in Vassar, St. Kitts. So if you are interested, contact Lake Health and Wellbeing at their email address, events@lakehealthandwellbeing.com, or via phone at 765-8702 to register. And it's entirely free for you to attend, so why wait?
Exactly, why wait? Oh, paint your pet. Oh, I haven't seen Miss Sue in a minute. So join Miss Sue this Wednesday. Well, that was yesterday. Yeah. So they've already painted their pets.
Well, that's what happened.
Oh man. Okay. So Xavier Shaw, who hails from our beautiful Twin Island Federation, is offering a 5-week web development certification course. Students will get one-on-one mentoring and spend 2 hours twice a week developing their skills. You learn everything from data manipulation, user authentication, GPT-3 tools, and so much more. For more information, visit zav.space. Wow.
Yeah.
These emails are getting shorter and shorter. Zav.space at, before you're accustomed to at something.com. Zav.space.
That's his website, so that's it. Easy enough. Well, guys, this is the time of day when, well, that's what happened.
Yeah.
We saw what happened, including Miss Sue. Miss Sue happened too. Great show today.
Yeah, indeed.
Love the pepper. I'm going to be fighting you for the pepper. So this is competition. We're competing for pepper right now.
It will definitely be a healthy competition because I will stand back.
Yeah, our previous guest left us with some trinkets.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to try it out. I am a hot pepper sauce fan, so
I could have never tell. Guys, and you all have to support those mango roll-ups. They are good.
Yeah, don't remind me that I still have the taste.
Yeah, it's that good.
It lingers. In any event, you know what else lingers? You guys, as you watch GMSKN. So we really thank you for tuning in every day to watch us. We thank you for joining us today and every other day that you've done that. Again, if you're new to it, remember to tune in daily and tell people that we are on. So get your friends and family members to watch us. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at Studio 327 Inc. That's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And on Instagram, you can follow the page made for this show. It's Good Morning SKN. That is the handle. Also visit our website at www.studio327inc.com to learn more about Good Morning SKN and Studio 327, because there is more to Studio 327 than Good Morning SKN.
Yeah, so, lots more. Yep. And continue to subscribe. I look at the numbers. Guys, believe it, every day I'm a stalker of our page. So yes, I appreciate even the one person that subscribed daily. Thank you so much. So tell your friend to tell your friend to tell her auntie to tell her cousin, or whether she lives on the other side of the world, to subscribe. That's the only way you can keep in tune and in touch with what's happening back home here in St. Kitts. And for those of you who living in St. Kitts, you have to subscribe. How will you know? We teach you something new every single day. So leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. And see you tomorrow. Yes, Friday. Yo, we got a topic. You got to tune in. You cannot miss tomorrow. Cannot. So you have to wake up, stretch, drink your coffee, turn on your TV, and watch Good Morning SKN when we begin our program at 8 a.m. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Remember, tell somebody something nice today. Do something nice for them. You never know. You can get their faces back from the peninsula. With that said, bye. Have a great day.